So that appears to be all fixed up.
Yes, it does. Very much looking forward to another round of this madness.
Yes.
Okay. Which, of course, takes a while to load.
Yes. Once it's in active memory, though.
Oh, yeah, it's faster in subsequent attempts. What is that? Is that satellite or ship or something like that? Looks like.
Excellent question.
I want to go investigate that thing next.
Go for it.
Alright. Oh, yeah.
And we have a liftoff.
We do indeed. Alright, what is you? First. Now let's try and sleep.
I love the fact that it gives you enough UI that you can manually compensate for relative velocity.
It's beautiful. I also very much appreciate the multi-axis thing there, and I overshot whatever it was I'm looking for, and I can't see it. Let's
I believe it's on the other side of the planet.
Nope, there you are.
Yeah, you've locked on to something else.
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Yes, it was something else I locked onto. I wasn't paying enough attention as to figure out what it was again. You. Don't crash into planet. I don't even know what ways are.
Welcome to Giant's Deep.
Okay, atmosphere, not surface. That's good to know. That's mildly terrifying. I don't want to be here just yet. Let's keep up velocity. Not quite that fast. But I still need to catch up. Gamma. Can I use this as a landing pad? Yes. Apparently I can.
It's very convenient.
Indeed it is. Make sure I take the spacesuit and not immediately kill myself. Whoop. I probably do just want to go down, because that is just a landing pad. Whoop. Whoop. Doing that while I'm in zero gravity is a process.
Yes. Very good.
Alright.
Control module. Launch module.
Probe tracking module. Very interesting. Let's go. Sure, let's go launch module first. Assuming I can get there.
So when the launch scout prompt comes up like that, it's basically just telling you here's a hole that's small enough for a scout to go through that you yourself can't fit through.
Curious. I'm assuming there's some other way into this space. I will find eventually. This module. The probe tracking module is in need of tracking.
Yeah, it's not here right now.
Go. Oh, just the 3?
Yep.
And which direction is gravity? Excellent. Does the roof also have gravity? Ooh, fun. You can control thing. Thing Launch module projection stuff. What do you have to show me? That's strange. What am I seeing?
Well, the launch module, presumably.
I suppose that's fair. Oop. Nope, nope. Still want to be on the ground, thank you very much. Yes. Things went very good. Where is this? Let's try and steep. I think that's the rest of the wreck, or at least part of it. Alright. Strange. That's steep projection stuff. Let's put you in here first.
Kasava, I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire.
Won't be asked to fire?
I hoped you were pulling my locomotive limb here, Kasava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible.
That, grab you, Put you there. And you there. What do you have to show me? Well, that's the whirlpool I saw. This is interesting. Didn't think that would work.
Yeah. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is setting the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location.
Okay.
The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love.
Okay.
Cassava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not, under any circumstances, to go above.
Right.
I see, and am I right to think that, consequently, we'll be ignoring that setting? Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, she brought up David. Alright. Thought that might do that. But the gravity was going onto the pad. What is this? I'm curious what those things are as well. I suppose I should be able to roll you. For whatever reason, I'm able to control it. Ah! Cool. Yep. Not that dramatic. Thank you. So is this the current state of the thing that I'm currently inside? Or is this an entirely different structure? No. The remnants of this is what I'm inside. This went kaboom. Yep. And it's tethered to this.
Yep.
Which is the Ash Twin.
Yes. And you didn't notice because you flew up at the same time, but some rings came out of the disc over there. Next to where the ball
yes.
dropped.
I was expecting that to happen, I just thought it too much.
10 minutes, 35 seconds ago. Request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. 10 minutes,
And
39
that is
seconds
live.
ago. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory. Gravity field activated.
Aligned with randomly selected. Okay. Yep. That is the probe trajectory, which went straight through that thing and is heading off in who knows what direction. Delightful. Let's see what the next part tells me. This is station. This is current state of the station.
Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon. Launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module is receiving data from probe. Warning. Orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected.
Yep. Even closer view of current state of the station. Yeah, no. Come on. Oh, what are you doing? Fine. And then flip properly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those circles have a small gravity projection above them that's invisible. Orbital probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Control module intact. No structural damage. Launch module. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. Probe tracking module. Missing.
Yeah. Figured as much. Alright. Is the probe tracking module orbiting with it? Is then the question. Yeah. Yeah. Let's head outside. Let's see what can be learned once I have refueled my jetpack.
Yes.
We jump.
Gravity generators are fun.
Yeah. Yes, the ability to jump is helpful. Alright. So, that'll be the launch module. Which, who knows?
So, you left your probe in the launch, your scout in the launch module.
What was the last one?
The probe tracking module is the one that's missing,
Yeah,
and
thank
the
you.
control module is the one that was intact.
Ah, how wonderful. It's exposed to the vacuum of space. Helpful when the door is missing.
Yes. Unfortunately, the graphics display seems a little bit dented.
One module projection stone. Yeah, it's just... Hi. So is this then a live view into wherever it is? That is most interesting. Or module projection stone.
So now that you've seen the same conversation from both sides, I'll let you know. The blue and orange colors on the walls indicate whether a piece of conversation is coming from the end you're at or the opposite end. If you look at the pedestal, you'll see one's colored blue and one's colored orange, and that matches up with those.
So this is communication between the two sides. Clever. Xav tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined the power setting, etc. Yeah, just want to translate all that. I say in this one.
Imagine, Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them.
Funny that it's now drifting in space.
I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you?
Definitely not.
Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once, anyway. So who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Okay. Protracted modules. Ooh. Hi. This is all nicely intact, actually.
Hmm.
Question is, where is it? I don't suppose I can use this thing as a portal to teleport my little scout through.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Oh, that didn't seem to work.
Oh, the scout launch sound is bugged out as well.
Yeah. That's better. Alright. Now to go hunting for that missing thing, assuming I can't mess with this at all. Can I mess with this at all? Well, it doesn't have its own gravity, so that's unhelpful. Can the control ball be found anywhere, I wonder? What is that? No, I do not want to go to Dark Knuckle. It's a little hard to gauge distance just by sight.
Yes. As much as this is a greatly reduced scale compared to actual solar systems, it's still, you're dealing with quite large distances.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's not strong. Alright, where is the thing? What was that? Is that the thing I'm after?
I believe it's a little bit larger than that.
Ah, it'll be the interloper. Which looks like it's just about to crash into the Giant's Deep very nearly. It's very close to it, at least. Let's see if I can get back to my ship. So that'll somewhat be the safer way to travel. Gamma.
Just in time.
I know what I'm doing.
Say, it is also worth checking out your ship log because it usually includes additional observations that you have made that you may not have made yourself.
Yes, I love making observations that I didn't make.
Yes.
Construction yard, definitely worth checking out. On Giant's Deep, yep, okay. Probe cannon, construction yard. One of them is missing. Second time for Morse probe. He reports it as missing. Yep, I noticed. Oh, looks like it's underwater. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Purple electricity. Yep. That makes some sense then. Giant steep I go. Assuming I have time to do so. Yep. Yeah, probably shouldn't just dive with reckless abandon. Oop, that looks promising. Okay,
Good, nice stable landing pad.
I hope. Ooh. Stable is relative. Yep. Come on, let me off it. Does Giant's Deep not have tremendous gravity, or is the generator here just a little more powerful than it has any right to? Or am I underwater? Okay. What's this? Yes, let me interact with the things blindly with no concept of what they do. Yes. What's the worst that could happen?
This is it. We've finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. If I know my brother Avens and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm.
Sounds like an exploding sun. Potential. Oh. Yeah, cool. Funky gravity. And there goes the boom. Okay. Oh.
So, what are your thoughts at the moment?
I want to find that probe tracking station. See if there's anything of note. That launch was automated? Or triggered by something that we are doing, Hardians are doing?
Well,
either that or
it
this
said
time loop's been going on long enough that we've evolved in the midst of it.
Well, it does say that it received a signal from the Ash Twin project.
Yep. So, something happened at Ash Twin. Which I'm most likely to find out about once the sand is lower. Although, I have no idea. Anyway, back to Giant's Deep. Yep.
Just a little bit of an accidental gravity slingshot.
Just a little bit. At some point, I'll probably do an intentional gravity slingshot. Nice and controlled entry. That looks different. That's where I just was. Slightly
Yep.
different. Wait, hold on. Let's make sure to grab my survival suit.
Yep.
Although there is oxygen here. It's tremendously convenient. Does the whole planet have oxygen, or just the areas around here? I'd already aware of that entirely. Yeah, sure.
Your flashlight is currently turned off.
Yes, and it is also reasonably low here, so not as much concern. Now, are there big scary things in the water that want to eat me?
That's a good question.
I know it is. It is a very concerning question. What are you? You are a big glowy thing in the water. You are big glowy purple lightning. Nine kilometers. Sorry, just shy of a kilometer away. So, and moving very rapidly towards me. All right, I'll figure out what that is eventually. Some quantum fluctuation over that way. Whoa! Hi. That's tremendously
so-
dramatic. Yep.
Yeah, Giant's Deep has some very powerful tornadoes.
Sorry, did that thing... What? I'm sorry, that's not a tornado, that's a gravity cannon. Okay, which way is up in this place that doesn't have a correct up anyway? Alright, that was an experience. Should have gone up and over.
Sure is a good thing you've got those giant gravity fields with half your ship in, isn't it?
Alright. Is that a protective bubble for when the tornado, the twisters come, cyclones, whatever they're called?
5 minutes, 58 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon.
Right. Where's the control module projections?
Yep. So you've already seen the other side of that conversation.
Yep. Anything is going... No, I've seen this from the inside. Fun. That doesn't tell me anything new, but still fun. Was there anything over the other side that I missed, or is that just...
I don't remember if there's anything on the other side. Oh, there's something.
There is indeed. I'm of course concerned about the cyclones, tornadoes, hurricanes. What's the proper term for it?
Big swirly water thingies.
Typhoons. Yeah.
Extremely bad weather.
Brittle hollow projection stuff. Right. Exposing any effects. Just going for a nice pleasant walk on the roof.
I love the fact that the Nomai are very goat-like in appearance, and one of their most common uses of technology is manipulating gravity to walk on walls.
Yes.
Kernoi, Daz and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Kernoi, you should have seen it. We'd thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core.
Yeah, great, of course it did.
Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current.
Southern Observatory? Again, that's going to be something interesting.
Kernoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind a trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon, and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge.
Tower of Quantum Knowledge, I like the sound of that. So yes, Brittle Hollow definitely seems a important next step. What do you do? E to drop a thing, not right click. Combination of various games doing various things. Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. I can't let you pull out the simple stuff. Still, very interesting.
Yes. There might be some more that you didn't see back at the starting area of this island, but I could be wrong.
Well, I will go back to the starting area anyway, because it has oxygen. I want to not be on the wall, thank you very much.
Yeah, so you did read the entirety of that scroll last time?
I did. I will put it in place nonetheless. And we are presently in space, which I suppose is why they have the trees here.
Yes. Nice little model.
Yeah, it's cute. And back to our atmosphere. Gently down.
Yep.
I'm surprised this place is still intact.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, and right into another one.
Ow. Right, what are you? Yes, nice, safe containment. For the duration of the plunge.
Yeah. Knowing how much of a pain it is, like trying to construct mechanical components in a workshop that doesn't constantly get drenched in water and plug into space, I can't imagine this would have been an easy time for them.
What idiot's idea was it for this to be the construction yard? Impressive they managed to get anything done. Yeah, but gravity being funky. Is there anything with the ability to go? There's quite a number of skeletons about. Any clues as to the direction to observe?
Well, you saw a couple of other islands as you were coming in. Might be worth checking those out.
Yep. Gravity here is strong.
Yes.
So, using the ship sounds like the better plan. But it has bigger thrusters.
Indeed.
This place is interesting. Let me avoid those. Does it look promising? Sure, what's the worst that could happen? I probably won't be able to stay here. Sorry. Given my point in the cycle, I probably won't be able to get back to my ship. Hello, Capital.
Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird.
Oh, I thought it was just me.
What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me?
No, it's me too. We're in a time loop.
Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, a time loop makes sense. Cool.
You're taking this pretty well.
Right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. Looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfelds and asking if they'd died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical.
Yeah.
Even if I tell Hornfelds about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands.
Cool. Which one?
I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like I'd seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die.
Yeah, that happened to me with the statue at the museum.
You too, huh? The Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So, no glowing statue, no time loop awareness?
Something like that.
I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here.
Yep, sounds like a plan. Finally someone to talk to who has some concept of what's happening.
Anyway, that's what's new with me. But hey, this is your first solo voyage.
Kind of.
Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you?
What's up with this planet?
I know, right? Oh, you mean like tell you more about it? Oh, gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive, and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current a ways beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked.
Hey, at least it was 2.
As for land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with that Nomai statue I saw on the beach.
Yep, cool.
You've seen the cyclones? Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you.
Yep, that's served me well for the last 3 times. I was to be in a gravity field already. Anyway, I found something. I found what happens to the orbital probe cannon.
Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop. For real?
Yep,
Did you figure out why?
over-enthusiasm.
It's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised that Nomai built something that actually broke.
Like I said, over-enthusiasm.
Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop.
To be fair, that does at least mean that it's firing successfully once.
Ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll put you into a trance if you stare at it long enough.
I'll put that on the bucket list. I found your quantum point.
Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out to a good 24 poems.
Yeah, fun. Not all of them are terribly well written, to be fair.
When I'm not exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just, like, shows up and scares the daylights out of you.
Please don't. What are you doing out here anyway?
Well, what are any of us doing here, really?
Science, theoretically.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. But I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here.
Yeah, apart from the world-ending time loop and all.
I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then, less peaceful.
Yeah, that's...
So, quick side note, because you've got time pause during conversations, you don't get the experience of being picked up by a cyclone interrupting you mid-conversation.
While I would appreciate the comedy of that situation, I prefer not having my conversations interrupted.
Yes.
Anyway, where do you think I should explore on Giant's Deep?
Oh, here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet.
Yes, the thing going kaboom.
What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing it as the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it?
It's about half the course for the naming of anything ever.
I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened, by the way. It's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale.
I'll make sure to pay it a visit.
If you like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway, but you'll see.
Where's your ship?
That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That would be pretty nuts.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
I hope it's not lonely.
Yeah, it's probably down at the crushing depths of the core. In all likelihood. Is that all of the conversation options here?
Yeah. Yeah, so as Gabbro is aware of the time loop, he will have a bit more to say if you come visit him on later loops.
Yeah. I'm not hearing him. My sound seems to be a bit messed up.
Okay, well I'm hearing it loud and clear.
That is exceedingly strange.
Are you getting any sound effects?
Oh yeah, I'm getting all the other sound effects. I'm just not getting music.
Yeah, he is playing a flute. It's like a fairly low droning sound.
Yeah, fairly low droning. I'm getting. Let's see. No, let's just get it again. Where did I have? It's there. Down. That'll do it. Yeah, I'm hearing that.
Yep. Yeah, Gabro's instrument is the quietest out of all of them.
Yeah, that explains it. Anyway, where was that? Quantum weirdness. That is going to bring me. That. Ooh. Makes sparkly trail through the ghost matter.
Yes.
That's my ship. Yes.
Yes.
Cool. That is a lot of cyclones. Also, I appreciate now having a standard word to use for those cyclones.
Yes.
I'm impressed by that campfire.
Yes. Well, it's high enough that it doesn't get wet when it drops back in, but with the amount of moisture in the air, it's still pretty good that
we
it's
are
still
immersed
going.
into the middle of cyclones.
Yes.
Water and wind are rather prominent aspects thereof.
I don't know, but maybe the fact that plants are just incredibly powerful emitting atmospheres mean they're incredibly good fuel for campfires as well.
Yeah, I suppose. Biological equivalent of thermite. I'm going to get into the ship and wait for the thing to go back onto the ground. Oop. Or maybe not, because it's in freefall.
Bay Bay Island.
Anything interesting on the underside of it? I will hold that later.
Yep, so there are 2 more islands that Gabro is aware of that he mentioned to you.
Yep, it's just a matter of spotting them. It appears to match the description of Statue Island. Well, let's make sure I'm refueled. Not that I used all that much fuel. I'm really noticing the double gravity. How fast I'm falling out of the airlock.
Yes.
I'm concerned by his comment about the mostly connected. I appreciate the left there. Okay. That thing has not survived time very well.
The statue workshop.
Huh. Statue Island is a fitting name then. Hello. No my gravity shenanigans. Yet more no my gravity shenanigans.
I mean, it's definitely efficient.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're several thousand years old now, and they're still just as strong.
Cool. Yes. Oh, there you go. I'm, given that they're made by crystals, I'm inclined to think that they're actually, it's the crystal that does it. I'm gonna get you. Come on. Ah.
Yes, escaping the gale force winds is easier said than done.
It's nice and quiet, gentle.
Also nice and waterproof.
Oh yeah, but that is a little bit less of a concern. Yeah.
They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flock says it could be dangerous, so we can't come.
Oh.
But, what if we didn't use the door and stuck in the other way? Does anyone want to?
What other way are we
Flock specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lamy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us see a later test.
Let's try and get that to land on the ground. That's less helpful than I wanted. That is more helpful.
So it's very fun, like having effectively memorized the layout of all these locations and then watching you try to piece it together just through the scout's camera feed.
I'm glad I can be entertaining for you, Isaac. How many thousands of screenshots of memory have the Nomai gleaned from you? And presumably anyone else who happens to be watching this stream presently or after the fact. That was how I got in here. And those earbuds don't like to stay in my ears very well. Once I forgot that. Moving once before doing that. Yes, I did. What is up this way? This is the arch. Ah, music. Oh, another one of these spirals. Wonder how to activate it. Or interact with it or gain information from it. That's curious. Of course, can't even see the sun on this place, so I've got no indication of when that thing is going to happen.
Welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below, inside the island. Yeah, Giant's Deep is one of my favourite spots to watch the supernova from, just because of the massive contrast caused by an overcast sky.
Yes. Suddenly dark. Yes, I see why.
Yes. So,
Uh,
I'm gonna have to call it there for tonight.
yeah, that's fair.
Anything on your mind before we finish up?
Curious about the statues and what's being done with all of this. I want to find the shard of thing that just fell to the ground. I want to find the probe that launched through it. I want to find a way to
Just
the inside of that island.
yep. Correcting a quick misconception there. I noticed
Launched
earlier.
from it.
So what the readout said was it received a transmission from the Ashwin project for a random probe direction, and then the cannon launched the probe. Nothing crashed into it. It exploded because it used too much power.
Yeah, okay. I was reconsidering that as I was saying it. Oh, right. Delightful. Another couple of cycles down. I look forward to seeing where that goes. I do want to find one of those places that I've been to earlier. Saw the ring of memory statue things. I want to find that again if I can and see if more of them are lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can get to that next time.
Yep.
This has been tremendously interesting.
I'll be glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, very much so. It's very well designed, very well thought through. Really great controls and physics and stuff like that, which makes it a really fun process. Especially since I am expecting that to be the case and I've had experience with that. Someone who has neither of those might be a little more frustrated by it. But it's great. I'm enjoying it. It's a great story that I am very keen to get to the bottom of. But first, I think I should literally get to the bottom of Giant Steep.
Yes. On the topic of the controls, so a nice bit of game design that they've done is they intentionally made flying the model ship harder than flying the actual ship by you can't control its rotation, and B, it's because it's smaller, the forces acting on it make it much easier for it to start spinning uncontrollably.
Yes.
So that when you actually get into the big ship, you're a little bit nervous and like, oh no, this is going to be so difficult and hard. And then you do it and everything works and you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm such a great ship pilot. Until you then crash into the nearest planet.
Yes. Semantics. Yeah, that is a very clever bit of game design, and the tutorial being harder than the actual execution of it. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, see you next time.
See you next